We on here. We live. We live. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 5 4 6 1. We are live.
Why is it blurry? What is going on? Okay.
We are live.
Okay. We're working some kinks out. This is our first episode on YouTube. Life Coach CW don't like when hiccups happen, but such is life. We'll get through it.
What are you talking about? I ain't saying nothing about no hiccup.
In general, I'm just saying. I don't know why it's not showing up though. We'll see. But nonetheless, we are here.
Mr. Vibes, Keith Brown, hit the love button. Hit the love button. I think y'all might be bots on here, man. Y'all don't never hit the love button.
Oh, there we go.
Life Coach CW.
Finally. Oh, maybe it's a countdown. I see. There we go.
There we go.
I wonder why I did that again. What was that? I wonder why I do that. We got to figure that out.
What's going on? God bless the real. We here. Life Coach CW and the Queen. We are live, as always. Come on, we back. We ain't never went nowhere.
All right. So
we are not back. We never been nowhere. We never went nowhere. Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. Haven't we?
We have, but I think we did take a little break.
We took no break. I think we took a little break.
I think we took a break.
You call it a break?
To tend to some family issues and concerns. But nonetheless, we are back.
It's hot in here, man.
Did you turn the...
So they're supposed to be open? Shit was trying to burn me up in here.
Oh my God. All right. God bless the real. Episode 1. I'm so excited.
It's episode 1.
Episodes
we didn't put in. Is episode 1 up under the StreamYard?
Yes.
Episode 1 up under the StreamYard. We're on YouTube with plenty of other episodes, but we're on StreamYard right now for episode 1. Just so be clear.
So this is the official podcast format. So since we got to just do all the things, this is the official podcast format.
That's good. That's good, boy. We got it right finally to some degree. The official podcast design or episode and as you say, StreamYard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. Shoes. We moving forward. It's always good to evolve, get things on track. Shoes. It's not easy, especially learning this technology. When you're not really savvy, you have to learn as you go. who logging in only got one real log in because they say that you told me that'd be the login up there with the one person.
Oh, I guess.
That's the
Yeah.
real one person has really logged in. All these other people on here, they haven't really like
They're just
logged in.
going through.
Yeah,
They're just scrolling.
yeah, they just scrolling through. They ain't
But
nobody really logged in.
we're not gonna focus on them though.
Okay. All right.
So what's the intro, sir? To God bless the real. I am Queen, your humble servant, here to give you the best of light, love, and positive energy, and my opinion on the topics that we have at hand today. And I am humbled to be the co-host to Life Coach CW.
I am Life Coach CW. As I say, been here for years. Life coach, paralegal. I give you a host of things, peer support specialist. I wear many hats. I'm here to. I'm self motivated. I'm here to give motivational encouragement. Also, always seeking to put the people on the path of the Most High God, Allah. That's why it's called God Bless the Real, because we always asking God to bless the real. We consider ourselves some of His real people, and I'm sure you consider yourself some of God's real people. So ultimately, you're asking God to bless you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we jumping right into it.
So I'm very excited that we are on StreamYard or YouTube correctly.
We're on YouTube.
Right? Just say YouTube, don't say StreamYard. Yeah, we're on YouTube officially. So, we're on YouTube officially, the podcast.
Just getting everything, really getting all the kinks out, getting everything situated. But nonetheless, I am excited.
We don't have no competition. We are in the field with a bunch of podcasters. A lot of fakes and phonies, if you ask me. A lot of people that don't keep it real. A lot of people with certain agendas. A lot of people that just sway with the wind. That's how I think a lot of these podcasters have become. It has become just cliche, just like TV, just another channel you go to and the people talking about the same things. Never really giving the real insight of being real about the matters. Because a lot of them was already bought off. Work for big companies, paid off by different organizations
and sponsors are censored by their sponsors.
Definitely, and unlike us, we are not none of those. We're not sponsored by no one. We sponsor ourselves.
And speaking of sponsors, created by Queen Natural Luxury Skincare,
definitely,
is our number one sponsor. All natural products handmade by us.
Y'all see me.
Go ahead.
I had ring. That was one. Y'all see me with the glow up. Y'all see how I look. Y'all see the skin.
Yeah.
That's from Created by Queen. Especially the y'all can go get the King's
Essentials.
King Essential box. We have been promoting it. So
you never said anything. The Hood Hierarchy get his?
Yeah, he got it. He said thank you. He's gonna be promoting it, but he's been traveling right now.
But he did get it.
Shout out to Hood Hierarchy, as always.
Was he able to give it to his guys?
Like he said, he been traveling. He haven't did anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. No, he did
Nothing.
Receive it.
Okay.
So he did say thank you.
I got it.
He said he's gonna promote it soon. Shout out to Dr. Love. Benzino. Shout out to Benzino for using the products and advertising the products. So what's the guy you say he was that big? The singer. He's not the singer. He remixed a lot of stuff. Okay.
I can't remember his name right now.
Okay. You want to shout out anybody that's been using the products?
To all our loyal customers, I just wanted to say I appreciate our loyal customers, our return customers, and please continue to go to Created by Queen CWEEN.com and shop with us. All natural products, handmade, a lot of black soap based washes, shea butter based. Body butters and scrubs,
shaving cream,
and shaving cream,
Definitely.
and our oils with botanical and organic and essential oils. So
Definitely.
check us out.
Definitely. Um, hey, so they say it was the we just had July 4th, 250th anniversary of America. That was a big thing. The 250 anniversary. America recognized itself as being 250 years old since the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big thing for America, for some Americans. Uh, for an American like me, hey, I'm still in the position that America has still haven't recognized, haven't repented for its sins to the American, the native, the black man and woman over here in America. Still haven't repented, still haven't gave us our rightful due of reparations. I don't even think we deserve reparations. I just think we deserve that America give us back what they took from our forefathers and give us back um, our inheritance of our forefathers that they have harbored and sought to enrich themselves off of. So that's why I'm at with the 250 years, 250 years, and they still have sought to discriminate, promote a false reality, promote lies and deceptions to the people, promote a false education to the peoples, false history. Uh, it has been very deceptive. And the facts of the matter is, the black man and woman over here in America built America up, established America, got America to where it's at right now to this moment, and still keeping America on our backs. We, the black man and woman, is doing that. Whoever don't want to accept that and believe that and want to give the credit and the kudos to somebody else over in America, that's a lie. Everybody that has come to America has enriched themselves off the backs of the black man and woman. That's why every race, every ethnicity group is in the black man and woman in the native communities, selling products, opening up their businesses from the Chinese, the Arabs, the Italians.
Italians,
Everyone is in the black man and woman community selling their
merchandise, and
merchandise,
as
promoting their
merchants.
business,
Mhm.
and being merchants. Um, they look at us as the number one consumers. If we are the number one consumers, then that means we are the number one people with the money.
Mhm.
That's just the facts of the matter. No matter how they try to shape and try to paint that to paint us as lazy, to paint us as non-productive, paint us as just drug dealers, paint us as killers, evil people, whatever case they want to paint us as. The facts of the matter is everybody has survived off the black man and woman over here in America. Not the red man, not the native, not the one who, um, not the one that have these, not the native that have these casinos throughout America. That's the fake native. The real native, the people that has built America, the people that still is building America, the people that still contribute to the technology, fashion, whatever you name it, sports, entertainment, you name it. The black man and
Food.
woman is at the forefront of these things in America. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, hey, that's on you. But it's not the Italian, it's not the Mexican, it's not the Chinese, it's not the Jews, it's not none of that. Everybody's getting rich off the black man and woman. That's a fact of the matter. You could argue, you could be mad and stomp the yard all you want to, but you know, quick, quick history research is going to teach you that quick, fast, and hurry. So, shout out to 250 years to the black man and woman holding down America. That's what I'm giving the shout out to the black man and woman holding down America for 250 years, not the white man, not no other race. Uh, I'm still gonna say, hey, July 4th, 7/4, 250, America still haven't released Mr. Larry Hoover. Illinois is still holding Mr. Larry Hoover hostage. Uh, the federal government is still um, holding uh, Mr. Dirk Banks up under charges that the American government perpetuated itself. sending out assassination attempts on people, bombing peoples, illegal wars, spinning the block, want to bomb people doing funeral processions. The American government perpetuate these type of things, but want to lock the American people up on these type of things. But yet the American government perpetuate these type of things. So Big Meech did say free Lil Dirt. I'm still gonna say I'm always gonna say free the guys. But if you have committed some type of wrong in the eyes of the Most High, if you have committed wrong, you must repent for your sins. You don't have to repent. I had to go do my time. Big Meech had to go do his time, and whoever else committed the wrong when did their time. So if Dirk did the wrong, then he got to go do his time. Do I think he need a life sentence or whatever to repent? I don't think so. I still think Mr. Lil Durk could have went in and caught the plea and, been on his way back home by now.
Because that's a part of the repenting, admitting the wrong.
That's it. That's it. Admitting you're wrong. He could have got with FBG Duck, Mama Duck. He could have got with her and repented and talked to her, sat down and talked to her and promoted peace with that situation. So that situation within itself is a still open wound in the streets of Chicago that Lil Durk could have resolved easily. So it's just a tight situation. But anyway, shout out 250 to the black man and woman in America.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? Talk to me. Which one did you say you wanted to talk about?
We transition into, I guess, the Amazon shooting.
No, I guess we could.
Or what?
We could
still on Chicago?
We could be remiss in our duties to give a moment of silence to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, one of the greats. As I say, a messenger to man that God has put right on the south side of Chicago, that the people continuously overlook, that the people really continuously overlook, that they act as if though we don't have a messenger. The black man and woman act like we don't have a messenger in these days and times, and we do. He's lived right on the south side of Chicago. He has been ministering to the people for the last 50 years or more. His wife just passed, Khadijah Farrakhan. So she was a great contributor to his success. She was his helpmate. She was his partner. She pushed him on along.
And ironically, she joined the nation before Minister Louis Farrakhan did.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So she did pass along. She went on to pass on, to be in the presence, hopefully in the garden, hopefully to be placed on one of the raised couches that Allah speak of in the Quran. And then these raised couches, he speak about the garden. He speak about the gold goblets. He speak about, infinite.
The rivers that flow underneath.
He speak about that. He speak about infinite food, infinite fruit. He speak about peace and just the raised couches, So we are looking, as I pray for all, we able to transition to those raised couches. Often that's one of the goals, to transition to the guard, to be placed on one of those raised couches that the Quran so speak of. Go read it for yourself. So we do want to give our condolences to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and we would be remiss in our duties not to do so. We would like to give, I guess, a moment of silence for Khadijah Farrakhan. Yeah, this is God Bless the Real. So may Allah shine upon her and shine upon Honorable Ms. Louis Farrakhan in this trying time.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Nothing.
So yeah, uh, so the minister has taken the loss, but the minister's taking it well. Uh, she lived a fruitful life,
Mm-hmm.
as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has as well. And we salute both of them. We're speaking about Obama, not Obama and Michelle Obama, supposed to be the first lady and the first black president of the United States of America. Not giving their condolences to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of his wife passing.
Mm.
Um, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was an advocate, even though Barack Obama came out and spoke against the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and stood against the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, uh, and denounced the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan during his presidency. But yet, he before his presidency, he did support the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan
Mm-hmm.
for the first black president, and for Michelle Obama to be from the South Side of Chicago, for them not to allegedly to be from the South Side of Chicago, because of my position that they are not. They are fraudulent people that do not support Chicago. That has never supported Chicago people. They are a fraudulent entity. People like the way that they speak well. They have a good conversation. They speak well. They know how to um, mesmerize the people with their words, but has put forth little action for the people, especially the black man and woman on the south side of Chicago and the black man and woman on the west side of Chicago. They have put forth little action to the condition and the upliftment of their people, and for them not to acknowledge, give their condolences as they get on X, as they get on Twitter, and as now called X, and give their condolences to all other high officials when they pass away, for them not to acknowledge Khadija Farrakhan, and for them not to give their condolences to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Once again, prove my point that the President Barack Obama is a fraud, a sham. He's not from Chicago. He never has been from Chicago. His political plights, his political plights was not formulated in Chicago. He's an asset, a CIA asset, if you ask me. He has no love for the people of Chicago. He has shown no love, having used his power, his so-called power, for in no type of economic stability, economic upliftment for the people of Chicago or Illinois. Um, People of Chicago propelled him into his presidency. We backed him. We supported him, despite that he wasn't a native of Chicago. Uh, they say that Michelle Obama was, even that Barack Obama don't support the Honorable Miss Louis Farrakhan because he had to sell his soul to the powers that be. Michelle Obama claimed that she's independent and that she do what she want to do, and she feel that the entity has done her and her husband wrong. But yet she don't step up. She don't do right by the people. She don't speak out. Um,
And I guess I would say just simply being from Chicago. If you are genuinely from Chicago, you just innately um, have a love for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's just the um, ingrained to me um, as an African American or as a Black person from Chicago, especially from the city. You just have you just have a, just a mutual respect for him, even if you don't, even if your belief system don't necessarily align with the belief system of the Nation of Islam. He has done great works for not only Chicago, but for Black people all over, um, from New York to California, um, from the inner cities to prisons.
from the hip hop community to Hollywood.
Right. So it is distasteful. I would say it is just distasteful, um, And it just show you what it just show you the mind of, and the not even the mind, just the heart. Like if even if you just have the heart of a person in a position that don't even acknowledge the loss of their wife. Minister Louis Farrakhan did not truly care for Jesse Jackson. Let's just be clear. But when Jesse Jackson ran for president, he supported him. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. I can't say that he truly did not care for him. I think um, it was that the media sought to promote it like that, and that's why he came and supported Jesse Jackson, to show that he really cared for his brother. That no matter what was going on, that he would always support his brother. He was always be there for his brother, uh, and he was there no matter no matter what was going on. He was there for his brother. Uh, President Donald Trump, all his cronies, January 6 peoples. He went January 6 people posed to had took over the Capitol. Trump pardoned all of them as soon as he got into office. All his cronies, all his partners, all his people, he pardoned them. He supported them to the end. Uh, no matter what nobody say, no matter the descent of the American people, the descent of the government, the descent of his party, he still supported his people.
Mm-hmm.
And he was never labeled anti this, anti whatever. He supported his people. But people like President Barack Obama, they have sold themselves so much so that they can't support their people no matter what, because they never was about their people. He's not us. He's not from us. He's not an original black man over here in America. He's not from America. He's not for the American black man and woman. He don't know the struggle of the American black man and woman. He has never knew the struggle of a Chicagoan. He has never been in the trenches with the Chicago people. He has never came up in the ranks of the political parties through Chicago. So he don't know us, But the Chicago people come along act as if though Barack Obama from Chicago for the last, 40, 50 years, and we've been knowing the Obama family from on the south side of Chicago like he was the Jesse Jackson family. The only real stable political family from Chicago is the Jackson family, or Mayor Jane Byrne or the Washington family or that entity or Daley family. Other than that, don't nobody know the Obama family. Obama wasn't rooted in Chicago, so.
I was even dare to say, or just rooted from a black family. His father was African.
Chef Jamal, I see you. Thank you, man. Chef Jamal, one of the federal guys, one of the federal men who went from the Fed life to a chef. That's why he called himself Chef Jamal. He's not just calling himself a chef, and he's not certified. I remember when he first started cooking in federal prison, so I'm giving him a shout out. I see you on here. I thank you for the heart. I thank you. You're definitely my guy. I remember when you started in the federal prison, making your cheesecakes and making your food right in the federal prison cell. You said you were going to be a chef, and you went on to become a chef. I salute you, definitely. Shout out to you. But anyway, back to I had to get. I see you was on, so I'm going to log in real quick because I see you really on there. You live on there with us, so I know you can hear me. I thank you. But anyway, what you were saying? I'm sorry to cut you off. Oh, yeah, you lost your point, didn't you? I'm sorry. But I had to get him in. I appreciate it too. I salute you as well, man. Hit that heart button, man. I don't see no hearts coming up fast. Shoes. But yeah, Barack Obama, and I guess that's piggybacking getting into the Obama Center, because there was a big thing recently with the Obama Center opening up in downtown Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like the Obama Center. I don't even like the way it looked. It's ugly to me. I'm being honest with you. We don't need the Obama. We never need the Obama Library. We didn't need the Obama. We didn't need the Obama Library. We had the Mayor here Washington Library. He was authentic. He was from Chicago. He was a native. He understood the struggle of his people, And Harold Washington died on his post fighting for the people in a righteous cause. And that's the truth of the matter. He stood for his people. Barack Obama did not stand for the people. He don't stand for the people of Chicago. He never stood for the people of Chicago. Um,
Oh, that's what I was saying. I was saying that how could he, if his, in fact, neither one of his parents are actually African Americans or Black Americans. His father is from Africa, am I correct?
Allegedly.
And his mother is a white woman.
Allegedly.
So what connection, what true heartfelt connection do he have with a Black man?
In America, definitely, and what a Black man from Chicago.
Right. I mean, truly, what true heartfelt connection can he have for the Black man?
Yeah, he went to Harvard. After he went to Harvard, he went from Harvard to a law firm in downtown Chicago, a big corporate law firm that was politically motivated, that was against the people, that wasn't for the people. You don't have no record. You could cite no record. He said he was a lawyer. You could cite no record of him fighting for the people. There's no case law of Barack Obama fighting for the people. There's no case law that he went into the courtroom and fought on behalf of no one. So they say he's a lawyer, but he has never put in no work as a lawyer, nowhere. There's nothing to prove this. You could do all your research in the world. He haven't done nothing for the people. He didn't get a win for the people. He didn't fought to liberate no one. He didn't fought to get nobody get a conviction overturned. Nothing. He fought for big corporations against the people of Chicago. That's the truth. That's the facts. I don't know why that. That's the truth. That's the facts of the matter. So I know a lot of people support Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And like I said, even if Barack Obama run from Chicago, it's not from Chicago. Michelle Obama allegedly, they say she's from Chicago, the south side of Chicago. My research, from what I understand, she's from the east side of Chicago. From my research, and what I understand, she wasn't in the struggle with the Black man and woman of Chicago. From what I understand, I think the whole relationship is a sham. All of it is a sham. There's no proof. There's no proof in the puddings. There's no substance that's displayed that they are authentic Black people that stand for Black people. If they the first Black family of the presidency of the United States of America, then they have not shown no love toward the Black man and woman, besides fancy words, besides good talking points. Other than that, they haven't done nothing else. They have good talking points. That's all the people talk about is how they conduct themselves, their professionalism, how they look, things of that nature. But when I ask what did they really do for the people? What did they really do for the Black man and woman? What did they do? How did they energize the communities from where they from? Any president, you research any president, they went back to their communities. George Bush went back to Texas. Okay. The Clintons went back to Arkansas. These people went back to their communities. And if you go back to their communities are in good condition, great condition. Their communities is not run down and in sham and in a sham. Hence, the first Black president community, the south side of Chicago, is underdeveloped. It's in poverty. It's still economic disembarred. It still needs economic growth. Did he put his power behind that? Did Michelle Obama put her power behind that? Just think about this. Michelle Obama. Just think about all the first ladies of the presidency. Michelle Obama is the only first lady that do podcasting. Mm-hmm. Think about that. She's the only first lady that do podcasts. They have the first lady, United States first lady, president, the first Black president. The first lady is a podcaster. She interviewing rappers and and comedians and celebrities and stuff. She's not even interviewing the community, her own people. She's not even talking about the conditions of the people. She's not even talking about the condition that she left the people in. She's not even talking about the condition that Chicago is in. They actually opened up the Obama Center again, like they did with the Democratic Convention. They opened up the Barack Obama Center Library and brought all these politicians, all these celebrities, all these people into the city of Chicago. All these great people. But no one never traveled through the city of Chicago and talked about the conditions. Nobody of that's supposed to be having all this power, or these big celebrities, that none of them get in their vehicles with their security and drive to O-Block.
And with the mayor appealing to Chicago about the teen takeovers, do we really need another library, or do we need like some teen youth centers?
You hear me?
Do we need some? Do we need to bring the summer jobs back?
You understand?
Do we need what programs do we need at least for the youth? I mean, do we really need another library? Who really reading books?
That's the cliche. I mean, that's just the cliche. The Obama library.
I'm not saying people not reading books. I mean, nowadays these kids are using technology. The books is on,
Kindles and all that.
Yeah, downloadable. I'm talking about who is going to the library.
Who really going to the library?
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, even just think about that.
Who really traveling all the way downtown Chicago?
This big influx of the teen takeovers. I mean, so much so, the mayor is appealing, like, we got to do something. Let's work together. That's a big talking point in Chicago.
Definitely. And for Barack Obama, the first Black president,
to be from there,
and the Michelle Obama to come there to open up the Obama Center Library and not address these issues.
Right. That's
to bring all these celebrities in town and don't address these issues. To bring all these great people in town, it's like though Chicago is in a great situation. Everything is going well. Economic growth. We got things back on the track. Everything's back on the path. The condition of the people is going well. It's all a sham. It's all fake. And then for the Black communities to support this, the ones that do support this, is like, what are you thinking about? How is you supporting this man? This is the first Black president that posed to have this power, that had this power. Why are we opening up a library with the conditions that's going on, with the conditions of the communities right now? Why this man coming able to summons all these great people to come into this town for this situation, but never summons these people to come into this town to straighten out the conditions of the people, or to address the teen takeovers, or to address what can we do differently? How can we move out differently?
How can we financially support you in this cause and changing and implementing some type of change?
Exactly. Why Michelle Obama's not talking about this on her podcast? She's bringing these jokesters on there, these comedians on there, and all these same old clowns on here that's talking about nothing. That does nothing for the people. That's in bed with Epstein. That's in bed with the Epstein Island. So that's the truth of the matter. So no, I don't support the Obama Library, the Obama Center. I tweeted out at President Trump, at the real President Trump. If you ask me, they need to blow up the center. I ask them, you need to drop a bomb on the center. You need to drop a bomb on the library. While y'all bombing everything else, hey, go ahead and bomb that library while y'all at it and blow that on up and get it on back out the way. That's how I feel about it. That's how much I think it's a lie. It's a sham. It's fake. It's phony. He don't deserve no library. He haven't put in enough work for the people. He haven't put in enough work for the people of Chicago to deserve a library with his name on it. That's just the facts of the matter. Moving on. What else we got going on?
You talked about Trump.
Going into Trump, would you want to go right into the greatest comeback?
Yeah.
I had put on the board about the greatest comeback. The greatest comeback story. Which one is the greatest comeback story? Which one y'all think is the greatest comeback story? Kanye or Trump? And when I'm speaking on, y'all, we all know Kanye was blackballed.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to get out of his deals, the Gap deal and the Adidas deal, and he made some anti-Semitic statements, and the Jewish community came out against him and basically tried to cancel him, and me not $1,000,000 worth of game. What's the other one? Drink Champs. What's his name? They do Drink Champs. Nori brought Kanye on there, and Kanye spoke his piece, and then Nori, the Jewish community came out against Nori, and Nori started doing the campaign against Kanye, and talking down on Kanye. He had to bow to his knees to his Jewish sponsors. Nori did. Drink Champs did. But Kanye, ultimately, everything Kanye said in that interview, Kanye told him, hey, I'm going to have to go away for a while, but I'm going to come back twofold, threefold, tenfold. I'm going to come back, better than ever, harder than ever. So Kanye was canceled for a minute, but he kept on moving forward. He spoke his piece. They tried to cancel him like they did Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was the first one speaking the same things that Kanye was speaking on, but yet they got rid of Michael Jackson. But Kanye took a different approach. The thing about Kanye went before they canceled him. Kanye did the Jesus. He did the tour he did a lot of music about God, about Jesus. He did the concerts about Jesus. He took a religious path. He began to cover himself, shield himself up under the power of God. He began to walk the God path. A lot of people thought it was a sham. A lot of people think it was faking or whatever the case might be. But he took that path. He took that journey, which helped shield him, cover him in his plight of redemption. That's where the part of repentance come in. That he took that. He didn't have to go to jail. A lot of people have to go to jail, but he didn't have to go to jail. He just took that walk of shame. He had to lose a lot of money. He had to get ridiculed in the media. He had a lot of friends turn their back on him.
People in the industry turned their back on
him.
Yeah,
his wife went away separated from him.
Literally separated herself from this, just disconnected herself from him.
Took the kids away from him. And he continuously fought on. Hence, Kanye is the biggest selling artist right now. He's one of the biggest selling artists and one of the biggest sought after artists right now in the hip hop community. He's selling out stadiums consistently, so much so that his ticket that you can't even get into the queue to get a ticket to go to one of his concerts. He's one of the biggest selling artists of all time. He's bigger than Drake. He's bigger than all the artists. In fact, Drake himself said that there's no way I could be bigger than Kanye. Not because he makes such great music, because he speaks about God. Drake said that himself. When you speak about God and you know how to rap about God and you know how to make people like God in your raps, Jesus walk and things of that nature, that's a like Kanye say, if it take away from my ends, if it take away from my spins.
If it take away from my spins, it'll probably take away from my ends. But I hope it take away from my sins.
Yeah, thank you. We're having everybody in the club screaming out Jesus walk. Yeah. And he stood on that. So he is one of the biggest selling artists.
And let's just be clear, that was his first album. Wasn't it?
Yeah. One of his first songs up in
But that was on his first album.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's just saying a lot now. Yeah. That is saying a lot now.
Yeah. So Kanye have one of the greatest comeback stories of all times. You hear me? Charlamagne the God tried to shine him, talk down on him. But
I think most people in the industry did, and that's because of who run the industry and who he was speaking out against. Even if it was a gadding, even if it was just for that, for Kanye West to say, this part of me gotta die. Literally, I mean, basically,
Definitely.
I gotta kill myself. And that he went into it knowing that this is what it was gonna look like. I think. I mean, I'm not him, and I can't speak for him, but I would guess he went into it knowing that this was going to be the death of that part of him, so that he could be rebirthed.
Definitely. And he's one of the biggest artists right now. Versus Trump. Trump, he ran for president again. He was running for president for a second term.
Mm-hmm.
He was indicted by the government. He was convicted of 32 charges.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia came and indicted him up under RICO. In Georgia, he got indicted up under RICO. That case ultimately got dismissed, but ultimately he was found guilty of 32 charges in New York. He also was found guilty and had to pay the lady for I think the assault, the sexual assault, or whatever the case might be. He had to pay her all that. He had to pay her all that money. It was an attempt on his life. Ultimately, he became president again. I thought president. I thought President Trump, when I seen President Trump fighting the federales, I said, man, this is real deal Holyfield. They had Trump head. They trying to get rid of Trump. They ain't trying to lock Trump up, take the Trump signs down off every building. They trying to finish Trump. Initially, that's what I thought. I'm like, Trump is really fighting these people. And he trying to be president at the same time. Ultimately, he became president after he became the first convicted president. And so I'm like, man, Trump this was great redemption for Trump. Man, I am back. I
victorious.
I got convicted and I still became the president of the United States of America. Then it came around and tried to assassinate me. Man, victorious. I thought Trump was like, man, hey, this is the greatest comeback story ever. I financed my own political plights. I don't have no big endorsers. I'm not up under the Jewish doctrine. I ain't in their pocket. They ain't in my pocket. All this is genuine. All this is authentic. That's what I thought with President Trump. I really thought, he was the authentic, the original European white man that was standing on business and had all this was organic. But the first assassination attempt, I'm like, dang. Then the second assassination attempt, I'm like, then it just became redundant. And then they killed Charlie Kirk. Trump didn't really speak out. Trump didn't send the soldiers. Trump didn't go hard. Trump didn't have it investigated to this thing he's supposed to have investigated. He bowed out. He got quiet on the matter. Charlie Kirk was one of the main endorsers of Trump. Charlie Kirk was one of the main people that helped Trump get elected, to get elected as the 47th president. Charlie Kirk was one of the main people, and Charlie Kirk's like Trump's best friend, and they assassinated Charlie Kirk, and Trump, he didn't go hard. He didn't send the soldiers. He ain't didn't nobody die behind it. Didn't nobody go to jail behind it, but this little fall guy they got. It's all a sham. And then Trump started supporting, another foreign country to no end. To no end, where he has disrupted the MAGA movement, which hence let me know that his comeback wasn't one of the greatest comebacks of all time. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't authentic like Kanye's. At first I thought he had one of the greatest comeback stories ever. Like, he fought the federal government and still became the president of the United States of America. Like, this did it, man. Like, ain't nobody did that. That was a great victory. But when you really realize what all he sacrificed, how he turned his back on so many things, you be like, man, Trump, you let these people get you, man.
He really didn't stay true to his word about nothing that he really ran for.
Yeah,
I'm getting the prices down. I'm getting the economy back in order.
I'm draining the swamp. You became the swamp. The worst. He became part of the swamp, the worst part of the swamp to some degree, you know. Um, and once again, I just think he could have done better. I think he could have he should. I think the people scared him when they did that when they did what they did to Charlie Kirk and that first assassination attempt. The first assassination attempt was authentic, genuine, and what they did to Charlie Kirk was the biggest message that they sent.
Yeah,
you know, that was like,
I think that was it, right?
Yeah, that was like killing one of his kids. You know, when they killed Charlie Kirk, that was like assassinating one of his kids, and you know that changed the dynamics of America. That changed the dynamics of his presidency when they got rid of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, that they really haven't spoken about.
Yeah.
You know, haven't acknowledged.
Yeah.
Allowed.
Yeah. The Epstein files.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, everything just kind of went away. Yeah. We don't hear nothing about nothing no more.
Yeah, he ain't stood on no business like he said he was gonna stand on, man. You know, he lost sight, and he lost sight because, you know, the people have invaded America, man, and they saying that statistic has got done that they saying that the American people said that it's a 40% chance that violence is going to have to occur in America to get America back on the right path. And that's 40% of America. 40% of Americans have said that. You know, that's the route we're going on. That's the route we have to go, and because the political parties have lost their way. The political parties have lost their way and fighting more for a form of government than they are fighting for the American people. And that's just not gonna get it. No, that's just not gonna cut it no more.
I think in addition to putting Trump in his place with the death, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, it extinguished a lot of that fire that, like, the college students was getting all riled up. It really extinguished a lot of that, because in our watching of Law and Order, they went back one episode. They went back about, like, in the 60s, it was, you know, everything was about you know, fighting against the wars going on, and, you know, flower power and all of this, and it was just a different time, you know. One episode they talk about that, and I'm like, it was that was getting started
again.
That was getting started again at these universities, and then they did it that quickly.
Definitely, the former government did it, not America, not the American people. A former government. No different than the former government sought to finance and buy seats over here in America. You know, they are buying seats over here in America. They are investing in political seats in America, and that should be against the law. You know, that should be outright banned. That they're allowing these lobbyists from a foreign lobbyist entity to control the political parties in America. That should be against the law, man. Bottom line. And so, but you know, but like Candace Owens said, the people that's gonna get all this back on track, the people that's gonna get everything back in order is the black man and woman, the original, the native. We're gonna get it all back in order when it's all said and done. Because we sitting on the sideline. All these wars and all this stuff that's going on, it don't involve the black man and woman. The black man and woman is on the sideline. You know, y'all think the black man and woman, y'all talking about these team takeovers because that's what they highlight. The black man and woman is also often in these colleges. The black man and woman is also educating themselves. The black man and woman is see how they do us.
Uncomfortable.
You see me?
Okay.
Yeah, they the blackballed us on TikTok again. Cause you know they controlled by Israel. So that's just what it is. You know, they are controlled. We are controlled. I've been saying that on TikTok, you know, is on. You know, we know who TikTok is controlled by. So.
There we go.
And that's just the facts of the matter. You know, they don't like when we talk about them. They're gonna shut us down, kick us out the algorithm, and I don't care. I'm gonna stand on y'all necks every chance I get. You know, so that's just what it is. What else we at?
Um,
The Amazon shooting debate, hot topic. The Amazon shooting that happened in Illinois, and what was it, Matson,
Matt's.
in Matson, Illinois. I
That's
think
where we got a
I,
ticket.
I think the DoorDash, I think the DoorDasher drove from Indiana to Matson to deliver some food, and a guy was out on lunch break. A janitor, young man, was out on lunch break with one of his friends. They was out there in the parking lot smoking or whatever, hanging out, and made a joke about the man height and was basically bothering the man, minding his business. And I guess he went in, delivered food, came back out. Then they had some words about the joke or whatever. They went back and forth, and they said the man, he didn't go to his car. He had the gun on him. They say
Mm.
he pulled out his gun and shot him 5 times, whatever, killed him. It's top topic. You know, some people saying that hey, he shouldn't have been bothered. He shouldn't have bothered the man. He wouldn't have lost his life. And some people saying hey, the man should have looked the other way and just kept it moving. And hey, and everybody lived to see another day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's your take, sir?
I'm with not bothering nobody. I think you shouldn't bother me. I
Mm-hmm.
think you should. I think in these days, I don't think you should bother me, especially if you don't have nothing good to say. You know, if you bother me joking about my
Appearance, whatever
appearance
it
or whatever the case
is.
might be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, don't bother nobody. Then you don't have to worry about your life being put on the line. You know, mind your business. I mind my business. You bother me, and then you know I feel some type of way, or he felt some type of way as he did. You know, you could potentially put your life in jeopardy. You know,
And
you
he
automatically
did.
put your life in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man. But then people say, yo, you wrong. He wrong. He could have just overlooked it and kept it moving, man. He could have, you know. But everybody don't have that. You know, some people like F it. This today is the day. You know. We don't even know what a lot of people might be going through in their minds, you know, what they got on the table. You know, like me, you know, my mom, you know, my mom that had a stroke in nursing home. I got to go through this and help her get rehabilitated, get back to functional straight. And he is a person that bothered me about nothing. No, you really don't know what a person mind frame is. You don't know what type of drugs people are using. It's a lot of variables that you are putting your life on the line at that moment because you don't even know what a person that mentally wise, you know.
Right.
And you jump out there and say something to this person, and then you know today is the day you're gonna lose your life. You know, you are the one I'm gonna take all my frustrations on. That could have been this case with this particular person.
Yeah. I I do agree with I do understand that and I agree with it. Um I guess my heart is in the position that it's sad to see basically two lives lost in those situations. The I totally agree. The person who antagonized the um, the door dasher um, played the role in his demise, unfortunately. But the door dasher, um, you know, the whole trajectory of your life is has changed. Um, I guess the thing is you don't know, again, you don't know what a person going through. Some people don't have nothing to lose, and and they will lose it behind you. I often I often move forward with that thought, like, you know, I have a lot to lose. I have to be mindful of how I react to things. Um, I just have to be. Hey, I'm not perfect, and hey, I'm not perfect, but I try to always. I try to be mindful of how I react, just because it could go this way. Just one thing, you know, could.
Everybody is. I tell everybody, Everybody is one mistake away from going to prison.
I
One
agree.
mistake. Everybody. No matter
No,
who you are.
I agree
You
with
know,
that. I
whether
know
you,
that to
I
be
don't
a
care how
fact.
powerful you are or whatever, one mistake away. But it's still like, to me, where's the accountability at? You know, where's the boundaries? Where's the boundaries at? You know, where's the integrity at? We have gotten so far away from all these things. And then it's like, well, who's going to take the sacrifice to get these things back on track? I just said the American people say it's 40% of Americans say that it's going to take violence to get America back on the path, get us back on track. It's going to take violence. You know, people have to die behind this. Ultimately, every change that ever happened in America, people died. In Ferguson, people died behind Mike Brown to get the dismount to the police department to, you know, to fight for change. People died behind that. You know, like the government, the government even came in and killed uprising new revolutionaries. They came in and assassinated these people, put these men in the trunk and burned the car up and all that type of stuff. Mm. People die behind this though for accountability, for standing up for integrity. You yourself say, well, shoes, they ain't nobody ain't what why men that is gonna these police doing this or doing that? Why men that's gonna take the hit, go out here and do hey, take the hit for these killings, these bogus killings, Sandra Bland, who gonna stand up, who gonna go take the hit, you know? Then it's like, well, then you got the men that say, well, I ain't taking no hit for that. Like, shoot, I ain't taking no hit. I ain't gotta be held accountable. But it's the same situation. Whether it's the Amazon dude.
I don't know what just happened. We lost the
The whole thing, huh?
I don't know. Is it plugged in? Mm.
They got all that stuff here. They took the whole TV off.
Mm.
Yeah, man, it popping up now.
Mm. Hmm.
Like coming up enough. Phone froze all the way up.
Oh, is it dead?
It's dead.
That's why I went out.
I don't know why it's supposed to be on the charger. This cord ain't working.
It should be.
Yeah.
It normally always work.
Yeah. Are we still on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still the same thing.
You was on accountability.
I'm still saying the same thing as far as um, the men that you saying basically, hey, y'all should take somebody should take the hit. So men like, well, hell, no, I'm gonna take the hit for that. So,
Well, when I say that, I mean, if you're already a killer, I mean, you in my, I mean, in the, if I had to think like in that mind frame,
it's
you,
all accountability though.
mm,
Whether you out here disrespecting someone, or you out here then a corrupt person then took a life. It's all the same. It's accountability. It's integrity. It's you ain't did the right. You're not doing the right thing here. Black, white, Mexican, Chinese,
but
whatever
you
you
could,
are.
but one could also argue doing the right thing is just, hey, I'm gonna extend you a little grace and mercy, and you're gonna live to see another day because you was wrong. You wrong for
I
that.
agree. I agree
You
to
know.
that. But to what end? But to what end? So I'm saying that okay, this person joke. I gave you a pass yesterday. Yesterday I did a DoorDash, and you call me shorty, whatever the case. You say you disrespected me, and I gave him a pass. Then today, this person over here, local joke on the block, talk crazy, said some slick stuff. To what end do I, look the other way before I just, I'm fed up. Today is today. Your day is you the one. I'm done with you.
Um, I'm gonna say an old phrase in this circumstance, just in this, under in this bubble. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Now, if in no other situation, if you it I would like to hope to think you could rely on God to just, or lean on God to say, hey, strengthen me to get past what these people are saying about me. Fight my battles. Um, I ask you, God, to condemn all of these fools that got something ill to say about simply something as simple as my appearance. I will hope that God show that person great favor for being the bigger person, um, and extending it. Hey, baby, I'm not going. I know I had this gun on me, and I'm just gonna give you some grace, because I could kill you. I could kill you, and you don't even know it. Here's the Amazon worker. Clearly, you ain't know you was gonna die today.
Yeah. We got somebody saying something right here on YouTube. He said, if God can't prove he exists, what makes you think you can?
If God can't prove he exists, what makes you think you can?
I don't know who you.
Because I am here. So my existence is proof that God exists. I am made in the image and the likeness of the Most High God. I wake up rich every day. I am great and I expect greatness. I manifest the life that I want, and that is the power of God within me. That's how I am living proof that God exists. Because you are living and breathing, you are living proof that God exists. That's my answer.
Hang on. So why I keep doing the bang bang?
I don't know. I think it's a bad connection.
Mm. Well, she answered that clearly. I guess that was for her. She had you. That question was for her, surely, because she answered it for you, sir. Whoever you are, I hope that was. I hope that was enough for you. If I got to back her up, you say something else behind that, then I'm gonna come in and finish you off for her. Okay, so I hope you don't have. I hope you don't have no other comments behind that, because that should be enough for you to. That should be a great takeaway for you, sir. But if you want some more, if you're looking for some more smoke, I can give you some more behind that.
Hey, I could go further and further. I can give you examples of my life now.
All right then, because I don't know what you believe in, who you believe in, and what do you believe in. You trying to basically saying, God can't prove he exists. Yes, he can. He has proved this over and over and over again.
Right. I'm sitting next to a man that's
God
lived through 20 years in federal prison.
God has proved he exists, period. The books say so itself. What are you looking for? I bring the books out. That's all recorded. God sent the books. What more are you looking for? If he came down himself, you wouldn't believe it. As he say. So let's just be careful what you're treading on with God, sir. Correct yourself, check yourself, educate yourself, I would say. So nevertheless, that's pretty much it. I think we covered a bunch of topics. We didn't get the Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty, small-minded stuff.
I think with the Gucci and Pooh Shiesty, it's back to what I just said a little bit. Hey, Gucci gave some grace.
How?
He didn't engage.
Because he would have died. That's what he thought. And Pooh Shiesty one gave some grace. They ain't come there and kill the man flat out. Shoot. That's what I think gave some grace. They the one came in there trying to do something to him. Gucci was really minding his business. These people came. They could have still did him dirty.
Well, yeah. I guess I don't know a lot about Gucci history, but what I hear about his history, that about that life, that he not.
But he where you at? I have a lot to lose, so So when you have a lot to lose, you compromise yourself more and more. The more you have to lose, the more you compromise your integrity. Where you like, well, hell, I don't know how far you gonna go before you say I got enough to lose. Before you just say today is the day. I don't have I got a lot to lose, but that don't even matter. It don't even matter. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it today, sir. That's something, you get pushed that far in America in these days times because the people lack integrity. The people lack accountability. The people lack boundaries. The people lack communication. The people lack higher thought. The people lack that. So the people that have a lot to lose, the people that's on that path, that's the fight right there. Where I have to come down to you and check the situation. And I can lose a lot if I got to come down there and check the situation. But if you always saying, well, I ain't got so much to lose, then at some point you're gonna realize that I really got nothing to lose. But what really counts in the end is my integrity, is who I am as a person. That's all I got. That's all I'm gonna stand for. You're just not gonna do what you want to do to me.
I guess I find peace in knowing that even though I don't meet people where they are, and it's all cute as a kitten, when you feel like you getting me, I think I find peace in knowing that God gonna take care of that person. God just gonna take care of that person, and then it might not even be in front of me, but that's not my it's just not my battle to fight. It's just not.
Well, right. I mean, in these type of situations, to each his own. I mean, I will say, from me being in prison to, from the streets of Chicago to prison to just right now today, I will agree with you to some degree that some things are left for the Most High, but also even the books itself teaches, as the brother, as the man just asked about, God exists himself. God himself in the books say I'm forgive you so many times, but at the, ultimately you're gonna get this cup of boiling hot water down your throat. Ultimately, I'm gonna punish you. Ultimately, we're gonna get all we're gonna get to that point. Now, how many forgiveness? How much? How many times you look at me look that way and you're not seeking forgiveness or repentance? You keep you looking for me to continue to forgive you, and ultimately that is my objective, to forgive you, to do better, to move forward. But if the people is not doing that, you're gonna get punished. You know. Uh, so if God is, if we believe God is real, then if you made an image and likeness of God, then ultimately that goes for you too. That is saying that ultimately you're going to get punished if you violate me in a way that I can't look the other way. You violate me in a way where I can't say, well, God will take care of it, because I am God. I am made as like image of God. So you're going to get this cup of boiling water. You got that coming. Maybe for you that's not, where he joked about whatever, he said something about my boots, that ain't nothing. But ultimately it could come to a point where i'm gonna defend myself on this matter. I'm not looking the other way. You could be put in that situation. You could be tested to such an extent that you like, well, if I turn the other way on this one, like, hey, hey man, come on. And some people just don't turn the other way. Some people, and ultimately you still prevail. You still prevail by defending yourself. God still allow you to prevail. You don't necessarily have to go to jail. You don't necessarily going to be, hey, a lot of people get off of self-defense. A lot of people get off a lot of different reasons of what happened to them, that they took a stance. Everybody ain't going to jail for, taking a stance or standing their ground. So, but ultimately you had to take a life, or you had to punish somebody. So I tread light in that area because, it's like, man, you have to reason with yourself to know that this just a no go. For that brother, that was a no go. You ain't whatever transpired. About we all we know is what the media tell us. It was a joke or whatever. We don't know about the case yet. I'm not a lawyer, you ain't reporting on it. We ain't at trial stage of all this stuff came out like that. We ain't, he said all that to the man. Like, dang. Yeah. No, I can't give you right. I see why you went hard, brother. But we don't know. He called him shorty. You really think he took a life because he disrespected his height? Who knows? Did he really go that hard? Or when he came back out the place, in the altercation, sure, the man threatened his whole life. Who knows? His defense, he is claiming self-defense. That is his defense right now. I'm going to say, for the record, man, leave people alone.
And I guess I'll say for the record what Elizabeth Delaney told me, my grandmother. She said this to me often. And this will be my closing statement. Kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
I have lived a victorious life.
Yeah, but I don't know how to suffice me if I'm downtown Chicago and somebody rolled down on me and I'm killing with kindness. It just depends on the situation.
I mean, surely it depends on the situation.
Yeah, that killing with kindness goes a long way.
Sometimes just
scenarios, but it's just hey, what the word is, audible. You have to call it audible. You have to know, hey, I can kill you kind of on this one, but this one here, or I could turn the other way on this one. You can know when you could turn the other cheek. I mean, you know this, but then you know when this is it right here. You just know this is it. This is the defining moment of my life. Ultimately, some people we done made it. I think people like a lot of people just made it past that era in their life where, hey, I'm not really gonna be. I know how to handle myself well enough to not put myself in compromised situations. And if I do get in that situation, I really pretty much know how to handle it. Uh, I still challenge myself on that. I find myself, like man, I have really crazy thoughts when I find myself in the type of situation where I could, hey man,
I don't.
it
You're
is
not the
it
only
is
one. I mean, I have crazy thoughts
this might
too.
end this might I could end it right now with you, sir,
I I,
ma'am.
I don't.
You know,
I don't think.
but can I fight you from a different perspective? Yeah, but I think people don't know how to fight from a different perspective neither. When they do say you could have, hey, you could took you could you, hey, the law worked. I don't think people even utilize the law to the extent that it could be utilized. People don't even think from that perspective. Hey, I could really have you brought up on some type of charge. I can really pursue an assault. I can really pursue this. And how the district attorney, how your bus in this courtroom. People really don't look at it from that perspective neither. Because a lot of people wasn't taught law and wasn't taught these things, and we can go this way, and it's avenues. Anyway, but the Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man, and I think as far as Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man thing, I'm still back to the movie Highs and Lows. I think it's a highs lows type of situation. I I I just don't feel it's I just don't feel it's real for some reason. I just don't. It just don't strike me as a real incident. Like this is it. Like this is a serious incident. Like a like Lil Durk. You know, Lil Durk versus Pooh Shiesty and Gucci stuff. Those are night and day incidents. Those are night and day. So, but anyway, God bless the real man.
Close us out, sir.
I'm glad we was able to go live. I'm always excited. I'm always happy to go live. I'm glad to be on YouTube, streaming live. Hit the like, hit the like button. Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Hit the notification button.
Definitely hit the notification button. We not no watered down you podcasters. Like I said, the podcast is watered down. From uh, DJ Academics supporting OVO to Cameron doing fake wrestling matches and fake wrestling stuff to um, Drink Champs, bowing down to, you know, they sponsors to Charlemagne, you know, he's not the guy. You shouldn't call himself that. So that's why I met with that. And I think these podcasts are not keeping it real. They're not 100. They bought off, they paid off, and it's just not authentic as it used to be. And that's just why I'm at with it. But anyway, God bless the real. I'm here with the Queen. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate you, La321 _
LD.
LITY LTY. Thank you for your comments still. The Queen did it. I hope we addressed it accordingly. If not, you can always get back with us, or we could bring you in. All right then, man. That's it for us, man. We catch up with y'all soon.
All right.
I'm gonna bring Maya back in on that, man.
Just end it.
No, I'm talking about the ringing and why she doing
I think we should have stayed connected.